Gojo says yes.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
Gojo says raffle. Bitter but sweet says you're back. By the way, did you crash? Gojo says hot potato now.
Wonky D says yeah, kinda crashed.
Bitter but sweet says okay.
The wonky one says a game of hot potato has started. The first hot potato lands in at Gojo's hand. Type pass to pass the hot potato to the next person before it burns your hands.
Wonky D says latest biome rainy.
The wonky one says at GOJO passed the hot potato to at Wonky D.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
The wonky one says at Wonky D passed the hot potato to at bitter but sweet. At bitter but sweet passed the hot potato to at Wonky D.
Gojo says wonky.
The wonky one says at Wonky D passed the hot potato to at Gojo. At Gojo passed the hot potato to at bitter but sweet. At bitter but sweet passed the hot potato to at GOJO.
Gojo says you almost forgot potato.
The wonky one says at GOJO passed the hot potato to at Wonky D. At Wonky D passed the hot potato to at GOJO. At Gojo passed the hot potato to at bitter but sweet. At bitter but sweet passed the hot potato to a GOJO. The potato has been passed along 10 times now and cooled down. The game is over. it's a draw. Good job, guys. At Gojo, there's currently no active game of hot potato going on. A Bitter But Sweet has minus 625,000 points and are in rank 19 of 19. A Gojo has 13,432,300 points and are in rank 1 of 19.
Gojo says I'm rich.
French Fry Antlers fan says did you got radiant?
Gojo says French fries I beat you. Check top points.
French Fry Antlers fan says I don't care laughing out loud.
The wonky one says, hey Gojo, has 13,442,300 points and are in rank 1 of 19.
Bitter but sweet, says bye wonky I'm leaving. CYA. Gojo says why.
Wonky D says okay. CIA. Latest biome rainy.
The wonky one says, Gojo, you had 13,447,300 points. You lost 300,000. You now have 13,147,300 points. Gojo, you had 13,152,300 points. You won for 100,000. You now have 13,552,300 points. Gojo, you had 13,552,300 points. You won 100,000. You now have 13,652,300 points. Gojo, you had 13,657,300 points. You won 740 for 1,444. You now have 14,401,744 points.
Wonky D says latest biome snowy.
Gojo says Wonky D.
Wonky D says yeah.
Gojo says I'm bored. Baran Shawani says you remember me.
Wonky D says you don't need to just say my name. You can say it all in one message smiley face.
The Wonky One says welcome to Wonky D's stream, Baron Shawani.
Wonky D says yeah, me too.
Gojo says can we play hot potato? There's 3 of us.
Wonky D says if there is enough of us.
The Wonky One says a game of hot potato has started. The first hot potato lands in at Baron Shawani's hand. Type pass to pass the hot potato to the next person before it burns your hands.
Baran Shawani says ye.
The Wonky One says at Baron Shawani passed the hot potato to at Wonky D. At Wonky D passed the hot potato to at Gojo. At Gojo passed the hot potato to at Wonky D. At Wonky D passed the hot potato to at Baron Shawani. At Baron Shawani passed the hot potato to at Gojo. At Baron Shawani, you are not holding the hot potato right now. At Gojo is. At Gojo passed the hot potato to at Wonky D. At Wonky D passed the hot potato to at Gojo. At Baron Shawani, you are not holding the hot potato right now. At Gojo is. At Gojo passed the hot potato to at Baron Shawani. At Baron Shawani passed the hot potato to at Gojo. At Gojo passed the hot potato to at Wonky D. The potato has been passed along 10 times now and cooled down. The game is over. It's a draw. Good job, guys. Hey Baron Shawani, you currently have 0 points and are in rank 19 of 19. Hey Gojo has 14,821,744 points and are in rank 1 of 19.
Friendsu90_Robux says I live alike.
The Wonky One says what's up Friendsu90_Robux. How's it going?
Wonky D says oh wow, the points still don't work.
Friendsu90_Robux says what's up. Baran Shawani says how much rolls you got.
The Wonky One says Gojo, you had 14,826,744 points. You won 5 million. You now have 19,826,744 points.
Gojo says bro.
Wonky D says at Baran Sherwani do. Points now.
Friendsu90 _ Robux says hello Wonkied.
Wonky D says, I have about 1 point for meters rolls. Hi at Friendsu90 _ RobUX.
The Wonky One says, hey Baron Shawani, you currently have 0 points and are in rank 19 of 19.
Friendsu90 _ Robux says what are you playing? Baran Shawani says Wonky DU cooking FR. Gojo says I'm rich eyes. Corey Tuggle says FR father FR.
The Wonky One says, what's up Corey Tuggle? How's it going? Hey Gojo has 19,836,744 points and are in rank 1 of 20.
Wonky D says at Baran Sherwani try. Points now.
Corey Tuggle says good. Baran Shawani says I have 500k rolls in souls and I have Abyssal Hunter, am I cooking or not? Friendsu90 _ Robux says I subscribe your channel.
The Wonky One says, hey Baron Shawani has 335,000 points and are in rank 13 of 20. Top points: 1. Gojo 198 for 17 for 4. 2. French Fry Antlers Fan 5053300. 3. Gemric Person 319 for 000.
Wonky D says they're fixed it. It's because you hadn't played Raffle yet, but instead you played Hot Potato. Thanks for the sub.
Corey Tuggle says play Strongest Battlegrounds. Gojo says Raffle Taffle Baffle Daffle Paddle Shuffle. Baran Shawani says Wonky D, I have 500k rolls in Souls RNG and have Abyssal Hunter, am I cooked or not? Friendsu90 _ Robux says I don't play the Strongest Battleground. I don't have KJ. Corey Tuggle says can I add you?
Wonky D says, I'm at max friends at the moment.
Rep Texas says is that Auracraft?
The Wonky One says, hey there Rep Texas. Are you new here?
Wonky D says can't add anyone new sorry. Latest biome rainy. It's solsrng.
Corey Tuggle says okay. Baran Shawani says Wonky D I have 500k in solsrng, am I cooked or not?
Wonky D says maybe.
Baran Shawani says and I have Abyssal Hunter.
Wonky D says not sure smiley face.
Friendsu90 Robux says how much bow bucks do you have?
Wonky D says laughing out loud.
Corey Tuggle says WTFFFF. Baran Shawani says SOGMMMMMA. Gojo says I might be cancelled if I say N-word. Friendsu90 Robux says I got 5 bow bucks. Corey Tuggle says bro, what? How do you have that much? Baran Shawani says I have 10k. Rep Texas says I need around 235 bow bucks. Gojo says hi Texas. Baran Shawani says what's that?
Wonky D says I just rolled a bounded 1/200,000 chance.
Rep Texas says hello Gojo. Baran Shawani says you cooking. Corey Tuggle says can I add someone in this?
Wonky D says latest biome snowy.
Upage Game Corporation says hi.
Friendsu90 Robux says what the is that snow? Baran Shawani says Wonky D do you have heavenly potion too that you can pop? Rep Texas says will you have a cool aura after spinning around?
Upage Game Corporation says bro hey Wonky D, how did you equip Star Scourge? Radiant. Not exotic.
Corey Tuggle says I am Golden Arrow. Friendsu90 Robux says you got 1,530 sub. Gojo says hi up PA Game Corporation. Baran Shawani says IAMSOGMMMMMMMMMMMMA.
Upage Game Corporation says what?
The Wonky One says hey Baron Shawani. Has 365,000 points and are in rank 13 of 20.
Friendsu90 Robux says I got 2,390 sub.
Upage Game Corporation says I got 4,500 nukes.
Gojo says please no one flash.
Upage Game Corporation says also 25 domain expansions.
The Wonky One says Baron Shawani, you had 370,000 points. You lost 65,000. You now have 305,000 points.
Rep Texas says why did the background become Antarctica?
The Wonky One says Baron Shawani, you had 305,000 points. You won 5,000. You now have 310,000 points.
Upage Game Corporation says Wonky D.
Corey Tuggle says Black Flash.
The Wonky One says Baron Shawani, you had 310,000 points. You lost 10,000. You now have 300,000 points.
Friendsu90_Robux says hey Baran Sherwani.
The Wonky One says a game of hot potato has started. The first hot potato lands in at Gojo's hand. Type pass to pass the hot potato to the next person before it burns your hands. At Gojo passed the hot potato to at Corey Tuggle.
Upage Game Corporation says Chatterley, Miria, flash him.
Friendsu90_Robux says I want to tell you.
Upage Game Corporation says Miria, asterisk flashes Gojo asterisk.
Friendsu90_Robux says Roblox password is. Rep Texas says there is a Hasbron from Vive Gate. Friendsu90_Robux says 12,345,678,910.
The Wonky One says at Corey Tuggle missed to pass the hot potato and burn their hands. The potato has been passed 1 time this round.
Friendsu90_Robux says voice chat 113648. Baran Sherwani says user.
The Wonky One says a raffle has started for 1 million points. To enter type join. You have 60 seconds to enter. Gambling is now disabled.
Corey Tuggle says bro WTF. Friendsu90_Robux says voice chat 123648.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
The Wonky One says Baron Shawani entered the raffle. You have 45 seconds left to enter the raffle. Hey Baron Shawani, you have already been added to this raffle. Gojo entered the raffle.
Upage Game Corporation says domain expansion cycles is coming.
The Wonky One says you have 30 seconds left to enter the raffle.
Upage Game Corporation says await.
Wonky D says latest biome rainy. Latest biome windy.
The Wonky One says you have 15 seconds left to enter the raffle.
Upage Game Corporation says I forgot the version Eternal Duplicate.
The Wonky One says Rep Texas entered the raffle. The raffle is now over. 3 entered. Winner is Gojo. You won 1 million points and now have 20,996,744 points. Gambling is now enabled.
Friendsu90_Robux says Wonky, what is your Roblox name? Now I can join you.
Wonky D says at Friendsu90_Rob UX, the server is on private.
Upage Game Corporation says asterisk flashes Gojo Satoru asterisk.
Wonky D says sorry.
Baran Sherwani says gamble 300,000. Deep Low says hello.
The Wonky One says hi there Hypla, welcome to Wonky D's stream.
Upage Game Corporation says I got 300 nuke thighs.
Friendsu90_Robux says oh okay.
The Wonky One says Gojo, you had 21,001,744 points. You lost 7 million. You now have 14,001,744 points.
Friendsu90_Robux says it's okay.
Wonky D says Gojo gamble. Oh,
The wonky one says Baron Shawani, you had 325,000 points. You won 300,000. You now have 625,000 points. Gojo, you had 14,001,744 points. You won 7 million. You now have 21,001,744 points.
Wonky D says latest biome snowy.
Rep Texas says not at the same level when joining. Baran Shawani says SIGMMMA. Gojo says thumbs up dark skin tone, thumbs up dark skin tone.
Upage Game Corporation says asterisk flashes Gojo asterisk.
The wonky one says Rep Texas, you had 45,000 points. You won 45,000. You now have 90,000 points.
Gojo says doesn't affect me.
Upage Game Corporation says doesn't affect. Womp womp womp, what's up doc?
Gojo says thumbs up dark skin tone, thumbs up.
Upage Game Corporation says hello Wonky D.
Rep Texas says 90,000 is a lot, and what can I buy using these points? Gojo says just gamble. Friendsu90_Robux says what are you looking down?
Wonky D says I just rolled a solar. 150,000 chance.
The wonky one says, hey Rep Texas, you currently have 0 points, so you can't use gift.
Upage Game Corporation says hello Wonky D.
Wonky D says I just rolled a diabolic. Void. 100,000 for 100 chance.
Rep Texas says but he said I got 90,000 points.
Wonky D says at Rep Texas do. Points.
Friendsu90_Robux says I just go live in Twitch. But I cannot go live in YouTube.
Upage Game Corporation says await everyone yeast 303 font is audio wide.
Subversity says the fish is very good.
Wonky D says latest biome snowy.
The wonky one says, what's up Subversity? How's it going?
Upage Game Corporation says hello Wonky D.
Subversity says hello bot.
Wonky D says at Rep Texas, it's a points.
Friendsu90 underscore Robux says choose are you in YouTube or Twitch?
The Wonky1 says hey Rep Texas, you currently have 0 points and are in rank 20 of 20.
Wonky D says at Rep Texas try again now.
Upage Game Corporation says where's Wonky D? I will ask in a little.
Wonky D says it's a bug in the bot. It needs to be fixed.
The Wonky1 says hey Rep Texas, has 115,000 points and are in rank 16 of 21.
Upage Game Corporation says why did you equip Star Scourge? Radiant, not exotic.
Friendsu90 underscore Robux says let me go live in Twitch.
Wonky D says there you go. You can use them now for GIF. With GIF you put some words after it, and it will show a GIF of that.
Upage Game Corporation says where's Wonky D?
Wonky D says I'm here. Right here.
Upage Game Corporation says why did you equip Star Scourge? Radiant, not exotic.
Subversity says I don't know.
The Wonky1 says hey Subversity, you currently have 0 points so you can't use GIF.
Wonky D says cause I only have Radiant.
Friendsu90 underscore Robux says choose are you in Xbox or PC or mobile?
Upage Game Corporation says yeah, but why didn't equip exotic?
Subversity says oh. Subversity says how do I get points?
Wonky D says latest biome windy. In a raffle.
The Wonky1 says a raffle has started for 10,000 points. To enter type, join. You have 60 seconds to enter. Gambling is now disabled.
Upage Game Corporation says Wonky D, why didn't you equip exotic?
The Wonky1 says you have 45 seconds left to enter the raffle. Subversity entered the raffle.
Wonky D says, because I wanted to show my best.
The Wonky1 says you have 30 seconds left to enter the raffle. Godo entered the raffle. Hey Rep Texas has 120,000 points and are in rank 16 of 21.
Upage Game Corporation says oh, okay then.
The Wonky1 says you have 15 seconds left to enter the raffle. The raffle is now over. To entered. Winner is Gojo. You won 10,000 points and now have 21,056,740 points. Gambling is now enabled.
Friendsu90 underscore Robux says is this thing move on its own?
Upage Game Corporation says so yeah, equip Star Scourge, Radiant Aura forever.
Subversity says no. Rep Texas says maybe by saying points, you will get a point.
The wonky one says, hey Suversity, you currently have 0 points and are in rank 21 of 21.
Upage Game Corporation says, what is the font of Talking Tom in 2017 OS Hellscope?
The wonky one says, hey Suversity, you currently have 0 points and are in rank 21 of 21.
Subversity says spamming.
The wonky one says, hey Suversity, you currently have 0 points and are in rank 21 of 21.
Subversity says ogre.
Upage Game Corporation says, oh my goodness, the monster face Uga.
The wonky one says, Rep Texas, you had 130,000 points. You won 130,000. You now have 260,000 points.
Upage Game Corporation says, I will should stay for Upage Gamios Alaster for 2 hours.
The wonky one says there are 374 minutes until the end of stream, which is 6 hours, or 0.25 days.
Rep Texas says don't lie, the wonky ones.
Upage Game Corporation says the Star Scourge. Radiant Aura listening is good for relaxing.
Wonky D says test.
Rep Texas says okay, my point is already gone.
Upage Game Corporation says hello Rep Texas.
The Wonky One says, hey Rep Texas, has 279,000 points and are in rank 13 of 21. Hey Wonky D has 2,719,000 points and are in rank 4 of 22. Hey Rep Texas has 279,000 points and are in rank 14 of 21.
Upage Game Corporation says, hey Gojo, don't use GIF on search with curly brackets, square brackets, and parentheses too.
Rep Texas says, finally, my rank is up.
Upage Game Corporation says, hello Rep Texas.
Gojo says, I don't care if your mom is dancing with the worms. Upage Game Corporation. I don't care if your sister getting back shots.
Upage Game Corporation says, I got neon eyes and future neon arms. I don't care how you getting neon eyes and future neon arms.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
Upage Game Corporation says, Rep Texas. I got future neon eye visors and future arms and legs.
Rep Texas says, enjoy.
Upage Game Corporation says, enjoy what?
Gojo says, future clapping the whole girl generation. Okay, sign grin. Rep Texas says, enjoy your aura.
Upage Game Corporation says what should I use? GIF cartoons by Skyzy Corporation / Productions.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
Upage Game Corporation says don't try this. Asterisk flashes Gojo asterisk don't effect. Asterisk flashes Gojo asterisk.
Wonky D says latest biome rainy.
Gojo says hello, it's nice to meet you, and can you tell me where I am? I don't know how I got here, but I think I'm starting to understand I don't belong among the angels, and baby that just fine with me.
Upage Game Corporation says Aegis.
Gojo says Alasta. Rep Texas says okay, final gift for the audience.
The Wonky One says humans are the only primates that don't have pigment in the palms of their hands.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
Gojo says I want hot potato now.
Upage Game Corporation says he broke mistletoe.
Rep Texas says I will give a reward if my points go up.
Upage Game Corporation says asterisk flashes Gojo asterisk.
The Wonky One says hey Rep Texas. Has 250 for 1,000 points and are in rank 14 of 22. Here Rep Texas has 250 for 1,000 points and are in rank 15 of 22. It's against the law to doze off under a hairdryer in Florida. Against the law to slap an old friend on the back in Georgia. Against the law to play hopscotch on a Sunday in Missouri.
Upage Game Corporation says bro this is a Chris Schwafer cartoon. Jasper Fisher, My Melodies.
Rep Texas says that Rock Monster is not a Nintendo Switch.
Wonky D says latest biome snowy.
The Wonky One says Hey Gojo has 21,171,744 points and are in rank 1 of 22. Gojo, you had 21,176,744 points. You lost 9 million. You now have 12,176,744 points. Gojo, you had 12,176,744 points. You won 9 million. You now have 21,176,744 points. Gojo, you had 21,181,744 points. You lost 7 million. You now have 14,181,744 points.
Upage Game Corporation says you must add exclamation mark on this cartoon.
The Wonky One says Gojo, you had 14,181,744 points. You lost 7 million. You now have 7,181,744 points. Gojo, you had 7,181,744 points. You lost 7 million. You now have 181,744 points.
Gojo says can I have 700,000? Rep Texas says I will give the cartoon that you like, just comment.
Upage Game Corporation says bro, no jelly jam on GIF but it's offensive Jambo guy. Craig of the Creek.
Gojo says Wonky please give me 20 million. Beg you. Loudly crying.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
The Wonky One says top points. 1. French Fry Antlers Fan 5,053,300. 2. Jim Person 319 400. 3. Wonky D to 1,820 for 1,000. A raffle has started for 10,000 points. To enter type, join. You have 60 seconds to enter. Gambling is now disabled.
Gojo says me have no more points. Rep Texas says comment your favorite cartoon and I will give each of you. Gojo says PLSSSS 20 million points.
The Wonky One says you have 45 seconds left to enter the raffle. You have 30 seconds left to enter the raffle.
Gojo says please 20 million. Wonky please.
The Wonky One says you have 15 seconds left to enter the raffle. The raffle has ended and no one entered it.
Wonky D says I can't give points.
Upage Game Corporation says, oh wait, what is the maximum points?
Wonky D says the system doesn't let me.
Gojo says why. Is it broken?
Wonky D says because it uses your channel ID and not your name. And I don't know your channel ID. The bot can't do that.
Gojo says just try. One time.
Wonky D says because YouTube allows more than one person to have the same name. Like I could rename my channel to Gojo. Then the bot wouldn't know who to give it to.
Upage Game Corporation says 9,233,370,854,775,807 points is the maximum number of points.
Wonky D says the bot won't do it.
Rep Texas says enjoy your play button cake. Gojo says I'ma go see if I see change my name.
Upage Game Corporation says I pressed the button cake. Gojo to Sebastian Solis. Hello Rep Texas, what is the play button cake?
Rep Texas says let me show you. Gojo says I need 4 more days to change my name, then you can give me points, then bot can find it.
Wonky D says the bot can't find anyone using username. It uses channel ID. And I can't find out channel IDs. So it can't do it.
The Wonky One says Gojo, you had 216,744 points. You won 216,744. You now have 433,488 points. Gojo, you had 433,488 points. You won 433,488. You now have 866,976 points.
Rep Texas says, and that's the play button.
The Wonky One says Gojo, you had 871,976 points. You lost 871,976. You now have 0 points.
Upage Game Corporation says the length of usernames: Wonky D 7 characters, Gojo 4 characters, Rep Texas 9 characters, and Upage Game Corporation 22 characters.
Wonky D says latest by El Rainey.
Rep Texas says, oh, my character is so few.
Upage Game Corporation says, and Upage Game Corporation has the longest name.
Rep Texas says, is there a way to obtain characters using points only?
Upage Game Corporation says, let's see what French Fry Antler's fan length of characters is.
Amanda says hi.
The Wonky One says, hey there, Amanda. Are you new here?
Upage Game Corporation says Amanda, hello. Amanda 6 characters.
Amanda says yes. Rep Texas says Amanda is very small compared to the others.
Upage Game Corporation says French Fry Antlers Fan 23 characters. That's 1 character greater than me.
Corey Tuggles says Fortnite is the GOAT.
Upage Game Corporation says hello Corey Tuggle. Scanning the number of characters.
Amanda says what is your best or? Corey Tuggles says hello.
Upage Game Corporation says 12 characters.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
Rep Texas says Corey Tuggle, 2 skin. Corey Tuggle says 1,000 characters. Amanda says I'm playing Sol right now in Glitch Biome. Rep Texas says Wonky D, 10 skin.
Upage Game Corporation says some extras. QWERTY 6 characters, Generic Person 13 characters, and Yajimi Sashoto 14 characters. How about Upage Game Corporation? How many skins?
The Wonky One says at Wonky D you have 7 characters. GG.
Wonky D says new command.
The Wonky One says at RNG Game Corporation you have 22 characters. GG.
Rep Texas says UPEA Game Corporation, 17 skin.
UPEA Game Corporation says everyone, use it. Y'all know the game just shapes and beats. The pink color is the hazardous. Number.
Rep Texas says how many points do I have now?
UPEA Game Corporation says wait. There's no just shapes and beats gifs.
Wonky D says stickers work smiley face.
UPEA Game Corporation says I got to go buy everyone.
Wonky D says bye. Minus biome windy. Gone all quiet now.
The wonky one says top points. 1. French fry antlers fan 5,053,300. 2. Jim McPherson 319 for 000. 3. Wonky D to 1,900,000 for 1,000. Top points. 1. French fry antlers fan 5053300. 2. Jim McPherson 319 for 003. Wonky D to 1,909,000. A raffle has started for 10,000 points. To enter type, join. You have 60 seconds to enter. Gambling is now disabled. You have 45 seconds left to enter the raffle. You have 30 seconds left to enter the raffle.
Rep Texas says the first soldier is from Uppy Game Corporation.
The wonky one says you have 15 seconds left to enter the raffle. The raffle has ended and no one entered.
Rip Duo says hello.
The wonky one says welcome to Wonky D's stream, Rip Duo.
Rip Duo says ist wonky one's a bot.
Wonky D says, yeah, he's my bot. That my mod wrote for me.
Rip Duo says okay. Rep Texas says Wonky D, 78 skin, Rip Duo, 2 skin, me, 18 skin.
Wonky D says, what does that even mean?
The wonky one says at wonky D you have 7 characters. GG. The characters Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street were named after Bert the cop and Ernie the taxi driver in Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life.
Wonky D says about being silly.
The wonky one says there are 449 minutes until the end of stream, which is 7 hours or 0.29 days. The longest one-syllable word in the English language is screeched.
Rep Texas says it means you can get some skins.
Wonky D says latest biome rainy.
Andres Retenis says okay bro, flexing his aura tears of joy.
The wonky one says hey there Andres Rittenus. Are you new here?
Andres Retenis says hi BYTW. What up Wonkied? Rep Texas says Andres Retenis, 2 skin. Andres Retenis says huh. What does that mean? Rep Texas says it means I was thinking about the skin you have.
The wonky one says, hey Andre's Ridness, please gamble a bit more than just 100 points.
Andres Retenus says why.
The wonky one says, Rep Texas, you had 350 for 1,000 points. You lost 9,057. You now have 340 for 1,943 points.
Wonky D says, because people kept gambling 1 point.
The wonky one says, hey Andre's Ridness, please gamble a bit more than just 500 points.
Wonky D says, and it got silly. So I set a limit.
Andres Retenus says why that much. Brew.
Wonky D says how many I got? 2 points.
The wonky one says, hey Rep Texas, you don't have that many points to gamble. Hey Andre's Ridness has 35,000 points and are in rank 20 of 26. Rep Texas, you had 350 for 1,943 points. You won 7,358. You now have 362,301 points.
Wonky D says, yeah, so spin some smiley face. You always can get more from raffles and hot potatoes laughing out loud.
Andres Retenis says what I had like 1 million. Not fair. Please hot potato. Please.
Wonky D says, not right now.
Andres Retenis says I want to see if it's working.
The Wonky One says, Rep Texas, you had 367,301 points. You won 8,697. You now have 375,998 points. Andres Rivness, you had 45,000 points. You lost 1,000. You now have 44,000 points. Andres Rivness, you had 49,000 points. You lost for 1,000. You now have 45,000 points.
Wonky D says, latest biome snowy.
Andres Retenis says what how my points growing up.
Wonky D says you get some per min that you're here.
Andres Retenis says oh okay.
Wonky D says 1,000 points every min that you're here.
Andres Retenis says 1,000 each time. Okay, Ty.
Wonky D says, well, it's 5,000 every 5 minutes.
The Wonky One says, Rep Texas, you had 385,998 points. You won 8,523. You now have 394,521 points.
Wonky D says, so you have to be here for 5 minutes to get any.
Andres Retenis says yeah I get it.
The Wonky One says, Wonky D, you had 3 million for 1,000 points. You lost 10,293. You now have 2,993,707 points. Wonky D, you had 2,993,707 points. You lost 2,993,707. You now have 0 points.
Andres Retenis says oh wonky. You don't have points. Rep Texas says I need 853,290 points.
Wonky D says, yeah. Good in it?
The Wonky One says, hey Wonky D, you currently have 5,000 points, so you can't use GIF.
Wonky D says, I already got 5,000 more. Latest biome snowy.
Rep Texas says I will try again in 5 minutes.
The Wonky One says, hey, has 55,000 points and are in rank 18 of 26.
Andres Retenis says, oh okay, that's pretty good. Wonky, what's your biggest fear?
Wonky D says, don't know really.
The Wonky One says, hey Blobla, has 15,000 points and are in rank 22 of 26. Hey Wonky D has 20,000 points and are in rank 22 of 26.
Andres Retenis says mine is tight spaces.
Wonky D says okay. Points is being silly.
The Wonky One says, hey Wonky D has 20,000 points and are in rank 22 of 26. Andres Ritness, you had 65,000 points. You won 5,000. You now have 70,000 points.
Rep Texas says if my skin is not enough, maybe I have to gamble again. Andres Retenis says yay.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
The Wonky One says, at Wonky D you have 7 characters. GG. In the United States, a pound of potato chips costs 200 times more than a pound of potatoes. A red and a blue ship have just collided in the Caribbean. Apparently the survivors are marooned.
Andres Retenis says what do skins do?
The Wonky One says there are 134 minutes until the end of stream, which is 2 hours or 0.08 days.
Wonky D says gonna end stream soon.
Andres Retenis says no. Okay, I'm a GIF.
Wonky D says I will be back tomorrow, though.
Rep Texas says you can use the skin that you got by pressing the subscribe button. You can use the skin at 1K. Andres Retenis says when will you live stream Gorilla Tag?
Wonky D says latest biome rainy.
Andres Retenis says
The wonky one says Rep Texas you had 439,521 points. You won 439,521. You now have 879,042 points. Andres Ritness, you had 55,000 points. You won 10,000. You now have 65,000 points.
Andres Retenis says yay. I'm a Sigma.
The wonky one says top points. 1. French Fry Antlers Fan 5,053,300. 2. Jim McPherson 319 for 000. 3. Upage Game Corporation 1392000.
Andres Retenis says Arman. Tie. Rep Texas says congratulations Andres, you won 3 skins.
The wonky one says Andres Ritness, you had 70,000 points. You lost 10,000. You now have 60,000 points.
Andres Retenis says okay if I don't win I'ma do SMT.
The Wonky One says Andres Riddenus, you had 65,000 points. You won 65,000. You now have 130,000 points.
Andres Retenis says let's go.
The Wonky One says top points. 1. French Fry Antlers Fan 5,053,300. 2. Jim McPherson 319 for 000. 3. Upage Game Corporation 1392000.
Andres Retenis says I need a raffle. Rep Texas says you are not allowed to gamble anymore because you have run out of points. Andres Retenis says no I didn't. Tears of joy, tears of joy. Rep Texas says what you do with your skin, points, if your skin is not enough. Andres Retenis says how do I get a skin?
Wonky D says skins are nothing to do with me. It's Rep Texas that made them up.
Andres Retenis says why isn't he a mod? Rep Texas says sorry guys, just being command.
The Wonky One says at Wonky D you have 7 characters. GG. South Dakota is the only U.S. state which shares no letters with the name of its capital. What do you call an eagle who can play the piano? Talented. Andres Rivnus, you had 155,000 points. You lost 10,000. You now have 145,000 points. If a rooster can't fully extend its neck, it can't crow. Virginia Woolf wrote all her books standing.
Wonky D says one joke.
The Wonky One says Deborah Winger did the voice of E.T. I was so proud when I finished the puzzle in 6 months, when on the side it said 3 to 4 years.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
The Wonky One says I was in an 80s band called The Prevention. We were better than The Cure. What musical instrument is found in the bathroom? A tuba toothpaste. What did Romans use to cut pizza before the rolling cutter was invented? Little Caesars.
Bang? No.
Andres Retenis says my body hurts. Rep Texas says I have a question for you all.
Wonky D says latest biome windy.
Andres Retenis says what is it? Brother, what is eat at? Rep Texas says who is the last king of insects? Andres Retener says what is that Kessine?
The wonky one says, Dad, I'm hungry. Hello, hungry. I'm Dad. Right-handed people live, on average, 9 years longer than left-handed people.
Wonky D says latest biome Starfall.
The wonky one says, what do you call a snake who builds houses? A boa constructor.
Andres Retener says that's overrated.
The wonky one says, what is the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know and I don't care. A police officer caught two kids playing with a firework and a car battery. He charged one and let the other one off. If a rooster can't fully extend its neck, it can't crow. To ensure promptness, one is expected to pay beyond the value of service, hence the later abbreviation T.I.P.
Rep Texas says no one answers, maybe no one knows.
The wonky one says if you want a job in the moisturizer industry, the best advice I can give is to apply daily.
Wonky D says, I have no idea.
Andres Retenis says I'm leaving by sad face.
Wonky D says okay bye bye. Gonna end stream now anyway.